everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome back to another shelf review in the Dice Tower Library. We're halfway through now. We're on shelf 13 out of 26 different shelves. And we're on shelf 13, rack 13, shelf A here. And there's a lot of games on this shelf because it's small games. So we're going to go through this one a little more quickly than normal, at least me talking about all the different games. First, we have Cutthroat Caverns, this semi-co-op game, the only one I actually can stomach really in that category. It is an excellent game, but you have to be in the right mood where everyone is trying to kill creatures, but being the one to finish with the last blow. Artifacts Incorporated is Red Raven game, Ryan Laukatt's take on a sort of a Yahtzee-style game with dice rolling and stuff. It's fun, but I haven't seen anyone play that in a while. Actually, I could say that pretty much about every game on this shelf. But hey, now we have Grimoire. Grimoire is a fun game where if you tie, the designer wins. But also in this game, you cast spells from a book simultaneously, each round getting access to more spells. It's a lot more fun than you think. Silk, I don't know anything about, but it makes for really nice bed sheets. Although if you make all your sheets silk, you fall on the floor when you jump into bed. That's all I know about Silk. Bohnanza, a classic game of you can't change the order of cards in your hands. This one is really a solid game from Uwe Rosenberg. You may have heard of him. He designed this long before he did Agricola. Then we have Sleuth. Sleuth is a heavy deduction game. If you play this, your brain is going to melt, especially if you play with 5, 6, or 7 players. But it's fantastic. I really enjoy it. Highly recommend it, but you need to be ready for a thinking game. Roll to the Top is a roll and write style game. In this one, you roll a bunch of different sided dice, and you're just putting them in order, the numbers from the smallest to largest, or largest to smallest, depending which way you play. A cool game. Hanabi. I don't know why everyone loves Hanabi, but they do. It's a cooperative game where you don't know what's in your own hand. It's won the Spiel des Jahres, very popular, and no one plays it these days. But I'm sure a lot of people will disagree in the comments. Truffle Shuffle is the sequel to Point Salad, and it's really good, but it didn't get a lot of love. I don't know why, because candy is better than salad. But it is a fun kind of drafting cards, playing cards. It almost feels like a gamer's version of Uno. Vault Wars they just redid this one, so maybe we'll replace this at some point where you're bidding on these different vaults and getting the cards in them. Herbaceous. I never played this, but I did play the little version of it, which I think is the same thing. Kind of a, not I split you choose, but a push your luck style game with beautiful art. Escape. This is a fantastic game. If you ever played Can't Stop and wished it was better, Escape is really it kind of is a cousin of Can't Stop, where you're rolling dice and you have to decide when to stop rolling them. Very, very fun. I played this often at conventions. Kingdomino Duel. I'm assuming it's Kingdomino for 2 people. Cat Café. I've reviewed this, but don't remember anything about it. Ubongo Extreme. This is a really puzzly little game, except it uses hexes instead of squares. And this one, I don't know if this one's long for the shelf. Silver and Gold, one of the best roll and writes. It's actually a flip and write that's ever been designed, and it's quite often played off of our shelves. Next to it's Penny Papers, the Temple of Apikhabou. And in this game, this is one of a trilogy. The other 2 are terrible, so I didn't put them in the library. But this one's the best of the lot. But even then, this one may not make it because I just haven't seen anyone play it. We'll see. Nobody But Us Chickens. This is a classic game that's been out for a long time, and I really like this one. It plays up to 6, and everyone's playing cards simultaneously trying to get chickens. The next 3 in this series, you can see we wrote the names on the side of them. They all came together. The one in the middle, I think I've played and don't like. I can't remember. The first one in the yellow box, Tokyo Metro, has a ton of games inside it. Really cute pieces. I don't know much about these. They were all the rage before people could get them. Now that people can get them, no one talks about them. Trash Pandas. I don't know anything about this but the name. Sam said it's good, so take that as you will. Nyet is a trick-taking game. It's a little too long for what it is, but it is a fun trick-taking game. It's one I enjoy as you change and you bid on like what the winning suit's going to be and points and different things like that. So that one's worth it. There's a lot of interesting games in this shelf. Nothing like amazing, but my favorite game here is Excape. What's yours? Tell me in the comments. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and this has been another shelf in the Dice Tower Library.